Now, Balthazar, as I ever find thee honest and true, let me find thee still. Take this letter, use all the endeavor of man, and speed to Padua. See thou render this unto my cousin's hand, Dr. Bellario, and see what notes and garments he doth give. And bring me, I pray thee, to the common ferry which trades to Venice. Waste no time in words, but get thee gone, for I will be there before thee.
Now to go without moving.
Come, nurse, I have work in hand that you yet not know of. We shall see our husbands before they even think of us.
Shall they see us?
They shall, Marissa, but in such a way they shall think we are accomplished with what we lack. I'll hold ye any wager that when we're both accoutred like young men, I'll prove the prettier fellow of the two, and wear my dagger with braver grace, and speak between change of man and boy, with a reed voice, and turn to mincing steps into manly strides, and speak a phrase like a fine bragging youth, until points rise.
Shall we turn to men?
Come, Nerissa, I'll tell thee all my whole advice. When you're in my coach, haste away, for we must measure 20 miles today.
What, is Antonio here?
Ready, so please your grace.
Go, Bonnie, call the Jew into the court.
He's ready at the door. He comes, my lord.
Make Rome and let him stand before our face. Dial, the world thinks, and I think so too, that thou but leadest this fashion of thine elements to the last hour of act. Then 'tis thought that thou show thy mercy. We all expect a gentle answer, Jew.
I have possessed your grace of what I purpose. You'll ask me why I rather choose to have a weight of carrion flesh than to receive 3,000 ducats. I'll never answer that, but say it is my humor. It isn't answered.
Let me have judgment in the Jew his will. For thy 3,000 ducats, here is 6.
If every ducat were 6 parts, every part a ducat, I would not draw them. I would have my bonds.
How shalt thou hope for mercy, then bring none?
What judgment shall I dread? Doing no wrong. I stand for judgment. Answer, shall I have it?
Upon my power I may dismiss this court. Unless Bellario, a learned doctor my assembly to determine this, come here today.
In order to stay without a messenger, let us leave Dr. New come from Petra.
Bring us the letters. Call the messenger.
Good cheer, Antonio. What man? Courage yet.
Come you from Padua, from Bellario?
From both.
From both, my lord. Bellario brings your grace.
Why dost thou want thy knife so earnestly?
To cut the forfeiture from that bankrupt there.
Can no prayers pierce thee?
No, none that thou art wit enough to make.
Oh, be thou an execrable dog!
Till thou canst rail the seal from off my bond. Thou would offend us thy love. Speak so loud.
This letter from Bellario doth command, a young and learned doctor to our court. Where is he?
He attendeth here hard by, to know your answer, whether you love
With all my heart, give him courteous conduct in his place. Meantime, the court shall hear Bellario's letter.
wrath and not enough command comes from my importunity to fill your gracious request in my stead.
You hear Lord Malaria what he writes? And here I take it as the doctor come. Give me your hand. Come you from Malaria?
I did, my lord.
You're welcome. Take your place. Are you acquainted with the cause?
I'm informed thoroughly of the cause, which the merchant here and which the Jew.
Antonio and old Shylock, both informed.
Is your name Shylock?
Shylock is my name.
Of a strange nature is the suit you follow. You sound within his danger, do you not?
Ay, so he says.
Do you confess the bond? I do. Then must the Jew be merciful?
On what compulsion must I? Tell me that.
The quality of mercy is not strange. It droppeth like the gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath. It is twice blessed, and it blesseth him that gives and him that takes. 'Tis mightiest and mightiest. It becomes the throne monarch, better than his crown. His scepter shows the force of temporal power, the attribute to awe and majesty. Wherein does sit the dread and fear of kings? But mercy is above the sceptred sway. It is enthroned in the hearts of kings. It is an attribute to God himself. When earthly power does show likest God's, when mercy seasons justice, therefore, Jew, thou justice be thy plea. And consider this, that in the course of justice, none of us should see salvation. We do pray for mercy, and that same prayer to teach all to render the deeds of mercy.
My deeds upon my head. I pray the law. Penalty and forfeit my bond.
Is he not able to discharge the money?
Yes, here I tender it for him in the court. Yea, twice the sum, and I beseech you, rest at once the law to your authority, and curb this crude devil of his will.
It must not be. There is no power in Venice to alter a decree established.
As Daniel comes to judgment, yes, Daniel, a wise judge, how to honor thee.
I pray you let me look upon the bond.
Here it is, Mr. Sherman, doctor, here it is.
Sherlock, there's thrice the money offered thee.
An oath, I am an oath dependent.
True, this bond is forfeit, and lawfully by this, the Jew may claim a pound of flesh to be cut off him, nearest the merchant's heart. Be merciful, take thrice the money, bid me tear the bond.
There is no power in the tongue of man to alter me. I can wager on my bond. Most heartedly, I do beseech the court to give the judgment.
Why then thus it is, you must prepare your bosom for his knife.
O noble judge, much is man.
Therefore they bear your bosom.
Lay his breast, so says the bond, nearest his heart, those are the very words.
Are there balances here to weigh the flesh?
I have them ready.
Have by a surgeon, Shylock, lest he doth bleed to death?
Is it so nominal for the bond?
It is not so expressed, but what of that? Or could you do so much for charity?
I cannot find it beyond the bond.
You, merchant, have you anything to say?
But little. I am armed and well prepared. Give me your hand, Bassanio. Very well. Repent, but that you shall lose your friend, and he repents not, and pays your debt. For if the Jew do cut but deep enough, I'll pay it instantly with all my heart.
We trifle time. I pray thee pursue sentence.
A pound of that same merchant's flesh is thine. The court awards it, and the law doth give it.
Most rightful judge.
And you must cut this flesh from off his breast. The law allows it, and the court awards it.
Most learned judge.
Tarry a little, there is something else. This bond doth give here no jot of blood. The words expressively are a pound of flesh. Take then thy bond, take then thy pound of flesh. When in cutting, if thou dost shed one drop of Christian blood, thy lands and goods abide the law of Venice, confiscate into the states of Venice.
Oh, upright judge, my Jew, a learned judge.
I take this offer, and pay the bond thrice, let the Christian go.
Here's the money. Soft, that you shall have all justice, soft, no haste. You shall have nothing but the penalty.
Upright judge, a learned judge.
Therefore, prepare thee to cut off thy flesh. Shed thou no blood, nor cut thou less, nor more than a pound of flesh. If thou cuttest more or less, thou diest, and all thy goods are confiscated.
A second Daniel.
Give me my principal and let me go.
Thou shalt have nothing but the forfeiture to be taken at thy peril.
Why, then the devil give good of it? I'll stay no longer question.
Tarry, in the law of Venice your life lies in the mercy of the Duke only. Down, therefore, beg mercy of the Duke.
That thou shalt see the difference of our spirit. I pardon thee thy life before that. For half thy wealth is Antonio's, the other half comes to the general state.
What mercy can you render him, Antonio?
To quit the fine for one half of his goods, I am content. One thing provided more that for his favor, he presently become a Christian.
He shall do it, or I shall recant the pardon that I late pronounced.
Art thou content?
I am content. I pray you give me leave to go since I am not well.
Get thee gone, but do it.
Most worthy gentlemen, I and my friend Antonio have been this day acquitted of grievous felonies, in lieu whereof 3,000 ducats given to the Jew, be freely coped with courteous pains and thaw.
And stand indebted over and above, and in love and service to you evermore.
He's well paid that is well satisfied, and so I take my leave.
I pray you take some remembrance of us as a tribute.
Give me your gloves, and I'll wear them for your sake. And for your love, I'll take this ring from you. Do not draw back your hand. I will have nothing more, and you in love shall not deny me this.
This ring, good sir, alas, it is a trifle. I will not shame myself to give you this.
I will have nothing more, but only this. And now methinks I have a mind to it.
This more depends on this than the value. The dearest ring in Venice will I give you. Only for this, I pray you pardon me.
I see you, sir. You're a liberal in offers. You taught me first to beg, and now methinks you teach me how a beggar should be answered.
Good sir, this ring was given me by my wife, and when she put it on, she made me vow that I should neither sell nor give nor lose it.
That excuses services many men to save their gifts. And if your wife not be a mad woman, if she knew how well I deserved this ring, she would not hold out enemy forever for giving it to you. Well, peace be with you.
My Lord Bassanio, let him have the ring. Let his deservings and my love with all be valiant against your wife's dream.
Go, Graciano, run and overtake him. Give him the ring, and bring him, if thou canst, unto Antonio's house.
Awesome.
Fair sir, you have well overtaken my Lord Bassanio upon more advice hath sent you here his ring, and doth entreat your company at dinner.
His ring, that cannot be. His ring I do accept, most thankfully. And so I pray you tell him this.
That boy here. Fair sir, I would speak with you. I'll see if I can get my husband's ring, which I would make him swear to keep forever.
Thou mayest, I warrant, we shall have much swearing that they did give their rings away to men. We shall outface them and outswear them too. Make haste, for we must fly toward dawn. That's light we see burning into my hall. How far that little candle throws its beams. So shines a good deed in a naughty world.
We do not see the candle.
So doth the greater glory dim the less. A substitute shines as brightly as a king, until a king be by.
Your husband is at hand, I hear his trumpet.
Go in, Louisa, and give orders to my servants that they take no note at all of our being absent hence. This night, methinks, is but the daylight sick. It looks a little paler.
You are welcome home, my lord. I thank you, madam. Give welcome to my friend. This is the man. This is Antonio, to whom I am so infinitely bound.
You are very welcome to our house.
By yonder moon, I swear you do me wrong. Faith I give to the judge's clerk.
A quarrel ho already? What's the matter?
About a hoop ago, a paltry ring that she did give me. Whose poetry was for all the world, like colors poetry. Upon a night,
wife's first gift. I gave my love a ring, and made him swear never to part with it. And here he stands, I dare be sworn, that he should leave it, nor pluck it from his finger, for all the wealth that the world masters. Now in faith, grandfather, you give your wife too great a cause of grief, and for me, I would be mad at it. For best to cut off my left hand and swore I lost the ring defending it.
My lord Bassano gave his ring away unto the judge that begged it, and indeed deserved it too. Then his clerk brought some pains in writing, and neither man nor master would take off but the 2 rings.
What ring gave you, my lord, that the which I'd hoped you received of me? If I cannot lie into a fault, I would deny it. But you see my finger has not the ring upon it. It is gone. If so void is your false heart of truth. Portia, if you did know to whom I gave the ring, and look and see for what I gave the ring. If you had not the virtue of the ring, or have her worthiness that gave the ring, or your own honor to contain the ring, you would not have parted with the ring. If you knew how unwillingly I left the ring, it would not be accepted but the ring. You would abate the strength of your displeasure. Nerissa teaches me what to believe. I'll die if some woman had the ring.
I am some happy subject of these quarrels.
Sir, grieve not you are welcome notwithstanding. Portia, forgive me this enforced wrong, and by my soul I swear I never more will break an oath with thee.
I once did lend my body for his wealth, which but for him that had your husband's ring had quite miscarried. I dare be bound again. My soul upon the forfeit, that your lord will never more break faith advise me.
Then you shall be his surety. Give him this, and bid him keep it better than the other.
Here, Lord Bassanio, swear to keep this ring.
My heaven, it is the same I gave the doctor. You're all amazed. Here is the letter. Read it at your leisure. It comes from Padua, from Bellario. There you shall find that Portia was the doctor, Nerissa there, her clerk.
Were you the doctor? I knew you not.
Were you the clerk? Eh?
Sweet doctor, you shall be my bedfellow. Antonio, I have better news in store for you than you expect, and seal this letter soon. I don't know what strange accidents I chanced on it.
Sweet lady, you have given me life and living, for here I read for certain that my ships are safely come to port.
It is almost morning, and yet I'm sure you are not satisfied at these events at full. Let us go in and charge us thereupon interrogatories, and we shall answer all things faithfully.
Let it be so. For while I live, I'll fear no other thing, so sore as keeping safe Nerissa's ring.